Hello, hello. Welcome to today's messages. Let's tune in to the frequencies of the earth. Beautiful. Yes. Tapping in, tuning in, turning on, and getting messages from the divine and higher self and intuition. Yes. All of those things. I hope you are well and good and choosing the love sauce and dipping it everywhere. Dang it. 1 second. Ote. We got it now. Okay. What? Pausing. Responsibility. And plans. So pausing, taking a moment to wait, to pause. I'm getting to like that sacred pause before taking action. The difference between reacting and responding is the pause, right? A moment to feel in, check in, connect, feel, decide. Then we've got a responsibility. Beautiful. Look at that card. Responsibility to self, to your heart, to your higher knowing, to your divine purpose, plan, and plans. Plans for the future. You are the creator, co-creator. You're holding the paintbrush. What will you create? Yes, taking responsibility for the plans that you make. Pausing to be intentional. Purposeful. Yes. Intentional and purposeful. Okay. Let's see what the Arcturians want to say about all that. 39, 31, and 10. This morning, my cell phone is really dead. So I plugged it in, carried on with my day as it charged. And when I turned it on, it was 10:01. And it stood out as like that liminal space, right? 10, the end of the old, and the 01 as like the start of the new, right? Kind of gorgeous. Okay. So we're pausing to make plans that we can take responsibility for and feel good about it, right? Part of this radical honesty and taking accountability for self, taking responsibility for your actions, your words. They factor into the plans, do they? Yeah, accountability. Because whether the plan works or not, it is still something that you chose to do. Accountability. Okay. Okay, Actuarians. Thank you. And exactly what I thought it was gonna be. Can you guess? I already said something about it. Intention. Yes, being intentional with your plans, okay? Beautiful. The energy of intention helps to confirm your choices. Trust the choices you make and know that they are simply the best for you. This is taking responsibility for your intentions, the things you create, and whether intentionally or not, right? Oh, this must be reflecting back to me one of those moments where I wasn't being intentional, right? As a demonstration of, oh, well, I bet I can tweak that result if I were to change my intention, right? Your intention is your responsibility. And this is the beautiful thing. Yesterday we were talking about an rebalancing the overdoer with a beer, right? With being. And so making plans, doing things were unconscious because it was about doing the things. I gotta do. Is that something to do? I'll do it. Is that something else to do? I'll do it. Right? Now we are being more intentional and in balance with our being and our doing, which is the pause, right? What is this moment calling for? Being or doing? What plans do I want to make that is going to facilitate, help, aid, whatever, right? The plan is to be today or for a few hours. And then the plan is to do, right? Something about that. Okay. Let's get a room. Here it is. I mean, beautiful. Beautiful. Degas keeps coming up because this is where we're at in transformation mode, right? A new day has dawned, stepping out as the butterfly. This is the new way of doing, pausing, being intentional, making plans, taking responsibility for self, for choices that have been made, right? And the results. And Jera, okay, the B, fruition, your hard work paying off. This is the case. This is the case. This dedication to mindfulness, to self, to growth, to expansion, to love, to peace, will reap the sweetest harvest, right? That's what Jera is all about. The diligence, dedication, and hard work leads to fruition. Boom. Process, balance, fruition. Okay. Trusting in the process. Trusting in the process. Tempering a sword, that balance between the heating and the cooling. Think of the heating as the doing and the cooling as the being, right? The masculine and feminine, the doer and the beer. And this balance, this earth angel demonstrates this through the pouring of the cup, the liquid, the time and the place, the process and the balance. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, temperance. What is this flipping? What is this flipping here? Oh, interesting. We've got the kings coming out, the King of Cups and the King of Swords. And the passion stick, the new spark of inspiration, the start of something. Okay, and the discernment. So action from the heart space, decisive, in line with your inner truth. Beautiful. Yes. You want to take decisive actions. Quick and precise. I'm getting precision, right? None of this fumbling, bumbling, right? This is the balance. And within balance is intention, right? Being intentional with your actions. So moving from the heart space, taking action from the heart space, and making sure that it is swift. It's like, okay, it's like slow, painful death or quick, you're done, right? I don't know, that just came up. But there's something about that. We can stretch something out and prolong. It's like the ripping of the band-aid. How's that? You can go really slow and prolong the whole like pain of the pull, right? Or you could just the tooth coming out. There you go. There's another one. Quick and decisive actions. Same with your truth, right? When you're speaking your truth, you can beat around the bush. You can write a whole PowerPoint novel and imply and all this kind of stuff, or you can just boom, say it as it is. There it is. Whoop. What are you gonna do with it, right? It's none of my business. My business was speaking my truth. Your business is what you do with it, right? Okay. Yes, getting to the top of the mountain and considering things while you're there. There's the pause. I'm getting to that point, the victory, the completion of the journey, of this journey. There's many journeys. within the journey. And then consideration, recognition, self. It's like, okay, I'm here. Who am I now? What are my values? What are my plans? Where am I going? How am I getting there? What no longer is serving me? What is redundant or not of use anymore, right? This self-reflection. This is part of that process before taking action from your heart, right? That going within. This is where you find your balance. This is where you check in with your inner landscapes to make sure that you are prepared to take responsibility for whatever byproduct appears from your action. Okay, we've got the dedication. Dedication to self. This is my samurai sword, my staying focused. There are many distractions that can lead us one way or the other, but the point is to maintain this solid stance, okay? And this is part of what you needed to do to create this sword of truth, right? You had to remain loyal to self, to your becoming, to your unfolding, to your sharpening, to your process in order to have a sturdy sword to wield, right? Okay. Any more? That's the work. Yes. That has been the work. Whoa. And this work, something lighting on fire from this work. Something, well, of course, things would come from it. The work is the cocoon, it's the containment, the environment that you create for self to transform within, right? Your due diligence on all aspects of self, spiritual, mental, emotional, career, home, mind, body, soul, right? And your dedication to it. This is what enabled you to become a king of truth, of discernment, of decisiveness. Beautiful. Okay. So we got these kings. The action. Okay. So the devil landed on the King of Swords and this one. So this has been the battle, right? The overcoming adversaries, and I want to say integration of shadow as well as being part of the process to finding your truth, and overcoming obstacles to get there, to be there, to stay there. This is part of the discernment, right? To be able to recognize what is not serving and cut it away. And to come up against or stand firm against any opposing thoughts, projections, impositions placed upon you to divert you from your truth, from your process, from your discernment. Okay, but this has been your process of becoming whole. You need the shadow. It is a part of your whole. To deny it is to deny part of your whole, making you less than whole. So integration of the shadow is really, really important. What do we got here? Beautiful. Okay. We've got the sun demonstrating this beautiful integration of shadow and light together. Beautiful. And reciprocating relationships, like minds, creative sharing. They call it the reconciliation card. Sorry, I just thought I heard something outside. So what is this? Why this was over here? This is consolation for your heart-based action. Decisive action on your heart, leading to success and beautiful relationships. Well, that makes sense, right? This is also giving me this wholeness, completion, balance, integration, to be whole. To be whole is to be integrated. To be integrated, or the things that you integrate, are your shadow aspects. Yes, because they are usually hurt, traumatized, and protective versions of self that are over correcting. And by integrating them, we're healing them, we're acknowledging them. We are reprogramming them to work for us and not against us, to not overprotect when there's no need to, right? Hurt versions of self, shadowy versions of self, tend to view and assume everything is a threat. Especially when you learned that you can't figure it out. You lack the discernment, right? And so to overcompensate, versions of self are just like, okay, we obviously can't determine which is good and which isn't good for us, so everything's not good for us, right? Okay. Okay. So here's some validation of some self-mastery within your hermiting phase process. This solo journey of self-mastery requires all of the things. I'm getting this transformation because it's right underneath Degas here. The transformation, the butterfly, the cocoon. Your hermit phase is your cocoon phase necessary, right? And then the Hierophant is over here, your self-mastery, your soul contracts, divine. It's like divine contract. But it's underneath Jera here. This is hard work leading to fruition, right? And as an active student of life, we are gathering information just like gathering pollen. And eventually we collect enough that we start seeing the honey, right? We start seeing the results of the work, the effort. Because this is why when the student is ready, the master appears. It's like a graduation. It's like the 10 and the 1, right? The end of the old cycle, but the beginning of a new. You become the master once you realize that you will always be the student. Something like that. Okay, so intentionally creating beautifulness in your world and your ability to do this because of the work that you've done, your dedication to self, your balance, and learning how to be intentional. I'm going to just put this like this because we're grounding the doubts and fears. We're grounding other people's projections. We're grounding our shadow versions of selves, our inner saboteurs. We're grounding them in, making them feel stable and secure, reassuring them that they don't need to overprotect, that they don't need to chase everything away. Also, any external projections, shadow projections, other people's shadows. To ground it is to put it to rest, right? To see it for what it is and bury it. And it turn into fuel for your garden. Okay, and then we've got the 2 of Wands. This is your active participation in the life you create for yourself. Now that you are seeing beyond the veil, now that you are at a perspective that you can see the lay of the land, you've got the bird's eye view. You're holding the balance of the masculine and the feminine, right? The feminine is the circle and the masculine is the straight angles of the triangle there. Also in the Arcturian keys, that's the symbol of balance, which is beautiful. Okay, and speaking of balance, we need one more card to balance out this reading. Okay, who's coming up? Who's going to come out to balance this reading? Closing message from these cards. Oh, it's 2. It's 2, but we'll forgive it because it's literally gorgeous. Okay? Yes. The closing message is maintain your frequency and you will be abundant. Okay? Holding, anchoring, anchoring, planting it, right? Thinking of taproot of a tree. It's kind of like its anchor. Well, I guess it's a taproot. It's straw. But anyways, you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. Okay, the Empress holds the frequency of love. She is in receiving state. This is the balance to the masculine energy here, to the action. When you're not taking decisive action from the heart space, you are holding this frequency. You are in the frequency of love. Beautiful balance. Wow. Wow. Okay. And the Ten of Pentacles. This is abundance. This is legacy. This is generational abundance, right? We've got this whole line of generations, soul tribe, soul family. We've got all the varying kinds of abundance. I'm also being drawn to your work bearing fruit, which is beautiful. Yeah, because it's an 8 and then a 10. So your hard work paying off, right? The tree had to go through its process before getting to its fruiting stage, right? Part of your devotion, sacred oath to self and dedication. Yes, beautiful. Leads to fruition, right? Much diligent hard work leads to fruition. And yeah, I mean, you could have gotten impatient and cut that tree down. It's never gonna bloom. Let's pay paradise, put up a parking lot, right? No. No. Okay, so that's beautiful. Let's get an oracle and see who wants to talk about what. We need an animal oracle? Let's see. Might be time for a new deck. Seems how we are changing and evolving, so too should our sources, perhaps. There's a card for us. Just the one? Okay, that's too many. But the bee came out, so yay! Okay. We'll just take this little guy. We'll just take this. Oh, who fell on the floor? Come here. Who is it? It's a fire lizard. Cool. Okay, fire lizard. What you got for us? Fire lizard, instinctual, sensitive to the subtle, a dreamer. Beautiful. Because we got the plans here, right? Okay. The lizard is an expert in the realm of sensory perception, as if it has a sixth sense. The lizard hears what is yet to be spoken and sees what is yet to manifest. Although this is an amazing gift, it can easily wear the lizard down. Big crowds, lots of travel, or overstimulation will drain a lizard of their magical essence. Balance. This card is an indication to pull back from the bright lights and big city and return to the inner artist who's been whispering your name, okay? There's the pausing and the going within to receive the inspiration to move, to take action. When in balance, artistic, telepathic, and spiritual. When out of balance, elusive, non-committal, and flaky. And to bring into balance a creative project. Yes. Yes. We'll take that. Okay. Oh. Okay. Let's get an astro card. Let's see what the planets and signs and all that astro stuff has for us. Okay. Anybody? Oh, that's too many. Can we just have not the whole sky? This one. Thank y'all. What is it? Transits. Whoa. And look at this. Familiar? The work you've done, reorganizing itself to become abundance. A 55. Yay. I don't know why that's a yay. Something about fives. Okay. We've got climate. The planets are always moving through time and space, always spinning around us. When those planets form geometric relationships to one another, they create transits, the astrological weather conditions of the day that affect us all. Oh. When a moving planet forms a geometric relationship to a planet in your natal chart, that transitioning planet can act like a guest who enters your house, sits in your kitchen, or sprawls on your living room, in your living room. It activates that part of your existence. Ooh. If that transiting planet talks to your Mars, it activates your warrior nature and fight or flight response. If it talks to your moon, it initiates a story centered around your home, your family, and how you nurture yourself. Whoa. Okay. Action. This situation is in flux, and the surrounding conditions are changing. Stay alert, aware, and be ready to respond to incoming dangers and opportunities. Some people are moving in, others are leaving. New opportunities open and old chapters close. The 10 and the 01. Beautiful. Sorry, I lost my page. Listen to the grapevine for the changes in personnel or economic conditions. You are not in control of these elements, but you can make the most of these changes and dance with fate. People that walk into your life now may be karmically important. Either the relationship will last a long time, or it may be short, pithy, and teach you a valuable lesson. It can be helpful at this point to look at the transits in your natal chart. There is no volume control on this card's energy. Transits may trigger a small change in the personnel around you, or it can signal a shooting star that blazes across your life and turns your direction entirely. You have choices, though. Ask for grace and guidance when responding to the challenging circumstances. Okay, that's the pausing and the self reflection and responsibility and intention. It's all of the things. The challenge. Wild cards are in play. You are not in control of who or what now brushes your life, and that can be scary, okay? So this recognition, but nothing to fear. You are pausing, you are living from your heart. We've got the sun here. We've got abundance, right? Fruition. Beautiful. Okay, the gift. Even though life is an ever moving circus and you do not control the people and events transiting your life, know that you are in complete control of your response to the transit. Choose wisely. Beautiful. Okay, that leads back to the beginning with the pausing to mindfully, to be decisive on your heart-based actions so that you are intentionally responding versus unconsciously reacting. Beautiful. So what I heard, hold on, hold on. It's going to be a bumpy ride, but bumpy rides can be fun, right? This is why we get on roller coaster rides. Okay, let's get a kitty confirmation. Here it is. Mystery. Meet Esmeralda. She is the sweet unknown and the allure of endless mystery. There are things that are impossible for our human minds to fully comprehend. The future is often obscured from our view, yet we still must make decisions without knowing the ultimate outcome. The mystery can feel dazzling and full of possibilities, or it can feel ominous and freeze us in our tracks. Esmeralda beckons us to make peace with the mystery. Let the great unknown sit beside you as you wash the dishes and fall in love and write your story and live your strange and winding life. Yes. And you can do this with your intention setting. Right? I don't know where I'm going, but I intend on making the most of it, right? In having a blast, in finding the joy, in being my gorgeous, authentic self, right? All of the things. Okay. Let's get some of these. Ooh, we got one on the floor. Who's this? Sexy bath time. Woo! Okay. Yes, self-care. Sitting intentional self-care, right? Clean the bathroom, put candles, rose petals. Oh yeah. My fragrant rugosa. This one self-pruned. It's kind of windy and it was just lying there out in the garden, and so I picked it up. But these petals, oh, they just smell like heaven. Look, it's still a little wet from the rain. Gorgeous though. Look at the color of that. Vibrant, no filter. Okay. Ugh, it's gorgeous. So yeah, intentional bath time, right? And you're also sitting with yourself naked, with, hopefully, unless you bathe in something, but this is part of this self-acceptance, right? This is all of me, authentically. No masks, no covers, no external identities. Just who we are, naked in a tub, right? Sitting with yourself in that space. It's a good way of pausing, of checking in, of self-reflecting while honoring self, right? Peace. You can work with Epsom salts and essential oils to create peace and calm. Make it gorgeous. Make it sexy. Okay, be the smile on someone's face. Okay. By being who you are, authentically you, in joy, you are going to bring a smile to people because joy is infectious. Go infect everyone with your joy, okay? And your gratitude, yes. Be grateful for your ability to pause, to be intentional, to take responsibility for your actions, for yourself, to plan for your future, to choose when to take action and when to be in receiving mode. Let them love you. Yes. Well, just let them. Let them love you, let them hate you. It's none of your business either way. If somebody wants to think something that's inaccurate, let them. If someone wants to say something that it's inaccurate, let them. If someone wants to shower you in love, let them. If someone wants to stew in their own misery and look at you in your joy and feel more misery, let them. Right? None of your business. Burn it to release it. Let it go, right? There's something about transmutation through release. When you, like, this is why they do, or maybe this is what it's being called, writing things down on a piece of paper or on a bay leaf and then burning it with the intention of releasing. There's power to it. There's power with your writing. There's power with your intention. Utilize both. Transform energy. Put it out. It's like when you cry tears, your body is releasing the physical manifestation of those trapped emotions, right? And so when you intentionally, I am releasing doubts and fears that hold me back, right? Light it on fire and let it go. Okay. And time to rest. Okay. This is your confirmation that when you are not taking bold, decisive action from your heart space, that you are resting, recovering, recuperating, regenerating, conserving your energy for the next decisive, love based action. Yes. Okay. We'll throw some chummies out. Okay, this is what we got. All the cards in the world, all on here for us to look at. Okay. So beautiful. Your work on your heart, it's solid, it's golden. It's, you know, you've established some sort of self-mastery through your dedication, right? This is part of your legacy. We've got the tree of life. Okay, there's that balance, there's that taproot, there's that grounding to balance, right? We've got the herd, okay, the elephants, your soul tribe wanting to come and celebrate you. Let them. They've been coming in slow and steady, but they'll get here with the snail. That's funny, I just got a dragon snail. But he found a place downstairs, so he's not up here yet. He's not up here yet. Okay, and then we've got the shell. This is the phases. It's giving me like waves in the ocean. You start off small and then you transform. This is like the process of becoming, of expansion, related to your fruish. Your fruish. There's your abundance and your peace. The peace flower makes me think of. We've got Hecate, okay, the guardian and guide of the liminal, making sure that there is success for you. We've got this, what is that? Skura. Okay, so something about delivery, en route, your transformation. We also have this coming out of your hermit mode, ready to fly. This is giving me the balance of the land and the sky, right? You're bursting out of your cocoon as a Pegasus, okay? Gorgeous. And the work, yes. Lots of rebuilding and tearing down needed to happen in this hermit phase through your introspection, right? As part of your actions to create a beautiful, harmonious, reciprocating world of gorgeousness. And I feel like something, aha! It's the self-care butter knife. Okay, this is validating for me the need for self-care. So the whole sexy bath time thing, this is beautiful. Also the restoration, recalibration. It helps the transition phases, things that are out of your control, that are already set in motion. You just be in receiving mode and make sure it's full of gratitude, love, and gorgeousness, right? Perfect. Beautiful. That's what I have for you. Let me know if you get anything else, what you get from it, how it applies, where it's relevant. Remember, it's your intuition. What I say, what I don't say, what you think, what you feel, what comes up for you. All of the things. Okay? That's what I have for you. Love and appreciate you. Wishing you love and peace. Okay? See you next time. Bye for now.